Okay, friends, and welcome to part 2. One of the things I should have mentioned in part 1 is that if you did want to use TensorFlow because you came to this tutorial looking for TensorFlow on Kubernetes, you can also just swap this training SK for TF, and that should just do the trick. But now, in part 2, we are going to focus on taking our model and serving it on a second cloud. We've got some instructions down here. There are links to the separate guides. If you want to, you can retrain your model on IBM Cloud as well. We've got some clusters provisioned that should be beefy enough to be able to do that. Alternatively, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to do this serve and query your model step down here. So the first thing that it says is web account create. And really what that means is you get to sign up for a free tier Bluemix account. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to keep our Cloud Shell open, because we're going to be using that even though we're going and doing this in IBM. I'm going to go ahead and go find IBM Bluemix. Cool. This looks like a place where you can sign up for IBM Cloud. There's a free version. You should be fine with the free version. We have a separate special project with billing enabled, which you'll be able to use for that. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to log in. I already have an IBM Cloud account. I used to work at IBM, so I have a lot of different passwords. I no longer work at IBM, so I hope this is the one. Let's find out. I may end up signing up for another IBM account anyways. And if I can... probably this one. Normally this does a better job of logging me in with LastPass, but that's all right. Okay, cool. So we've got our IBM Cloud account, and now I also have a free account. I don't pay for stuff if I don't have to, and we're going to want to go ahead and create some resources. What is it that Trevor wants us to create? So get your IBM on, create an account, request a cluster. There's some steps missing. So we're gonna go ahead and, oh, this is the training one. That's why. Okay, yeah. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go and install the IBM Bluemix CLI on our Google Cloud instance. Well, probably should have put that in a new directory, but that's okay. So that gives us the IBM Cloud command. We're going to run this login command here. Okay, I'm going to say, oh, I guess I'm going to go and find my password from LastPass. I'm going to do that over here. I was expecting it to launch a web URL to do the login like the other cloud providers, but I guess this one's a little bit different. That's totally fine. Let's see if this works. Okay, cool. It authenticated successfully. That's great. I've got this default account. I'm pretty sure I want to be in the US South region. Doesn't say here. We're just going to go ahead and go with US South. Actually, I know it's in the training document, so I'm gonna, yeah, US South. That's gonna be our party. It's gonna be our party when I find my Cloud Console again. Oh dear. Oh yeah, it's over here. Okay, US South, which is number 5 in this case. Okay, so number 5. Okay, cool. Looks like I'm all logged in. That's pretty great. Cool. Oh, we're going to install the container registry. Let's see if this works on a free account or if people are going to have to upgrade. Cool. Looks like it's working just fine. Downloaded the plugin, and we're going to, oh, container service and then container registry. Sorry. Separate things. Okay. Very exciting. I don't know if we actually need them. I think we can use the GCR repo across cloud. But, you know, this is probably less work. So we're going to go ahead here and we're going to check out this workshop that we've been working in. Cool. And then we're in this did not work. Workshop home. Oh shit, I fucked that up. That shouldn't have a .git in it. But it's okay. I'll fix that later. Export workshop. There we go. Now, there's this thing called Beam Me Up, Scotty. And that's going to be the part where we do some stuff and configure our credentials. Now, normally you wouldn't put your secrets inside of a random Python file and put it in your Docker container. You'd use like Kubernetes secrets. We're just going to hard code it for today because it's going to be faster, and also because this isn't really a long-term solution. Really interestingly enough, the TensorFlow operator in Kubeflow in the master branch has the ability to upload to GCP, to S3 or GCS, but it's not in the released version, and trying to do a workshop from the master branch is something that I've only done once in my life, and it went poorly enough that I've sworn never to do that again. So we're going to go ahead and create these credentials. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have a free account. I'm going to log into my console. I think I have my console. There we go. Yay, we're going to click on Catalog in the navigation bar. This looks like Catalog. Very exciting. Cloud Object Storage. Maybe if I search for object. Cool, it's just called object storage now. That's all right. Okay, cool. Resource group is going to be default. I don't think I have any other resource groups. And I don't think I need any tags. Doesn't say that I need any tags. Okay. We're going to use light. We can store up to 25 gigs a month, and we have some restrictions. That's fine. If you wanted to, you could, of course, pay dollars, but why pay dollars when you don't have to? So I'm like pretty sure I have a cloud object storage thing name now. I'm going to go ahead and create. Do I need to create a bucket? Okay, so I created my cloud object store. Oh, and now I want to get my credentials. So I think I go into service credentials, and I think I go new credential. Well, writer, service ID, auto generate. What's this? I don't. Okay, whatever. I don't care. And then add. We've got our new credentials. We're going to go ahead and hit view credential. And yeah, this is all of the things that we're going to want to put in this hacky upload script that we've got. I wonder if we have Emacs installed in the cloud shell. Let's take a look. Emacs, beam me up, Scotty. Oh, we do. Lovely. Okay. So we've got this Cloud Object Storage API key. I'm going to go ahead and go back here. There's like a... Is there a key? Cool. This looks like my API key. Wait, what? No. Oh. Give me a second. Yes. FG Control C. I'm going to shut down my port forward just for now because it's printing things out, and having it print things out is kind of annoying. So then we're going to go ahead, Control V. That looks great. Resource, bucket, CRN, COS endpoint. Sure. Let's go here. Resource instance ID. Is this resource CRN? So I have something that looks like this. I do. This one says global. But that thing's configured to US East. So I guess we'll just okay, yeah. So that looks good. Hopefully this works. Ooh, yeah, okay. Hold in. Demo bucket 1, 2, 3. Okay, sounds good. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Okay. That looks like what I wanted to do here. I'm pretty sure. And then we're going to upload it. And the instructions on how to upload it are inside of solution7.sh in case you get lost. Yeah, so this is having us upload it to the Google Cloud project, and that's because we're going to access the persistent volume from inside of the Google Cloud and then upload it into IBM. So let's go ahead and do that instead, or not instead. I'm going to cheat and look at solution7.sh. You know, we're running out of time, and this is the solution one anyways. So that's pretty great. This part's all done. We're going to configure our Docker. Yep. Cool. We've got our Docker file configured. That just gives us the permissions to push. We're going to go ahead, and the rest of this should be good. Then we're going to specify our project because that's used for the Google Container Registry. We're going to build the image, tag it where it's expected, push it, and then we're going to go ahead and run it after the fact. Just go ahead and do those first two parts, doing our Docker build. This can take a minute or two. Really hope it works. I think this is why we wanted boost mode turned on, so that Docker would be happy. Cool. Lovely. And if you wanted to push to another cloud, of course, you could switch this image script to upload to the other cloud instead as well. So for example, if you wanted to do this workshop with Azure, you would change the Python script to point to Azure. That looks close enough to fine. Then we're going to go ahead and just apply it. We've got this hacky s3 copy.yaml. Cool. That job has been created. I think that'll work. I don't know if it auto creates the bucket though. That's the thing that I'm not sure about. I'm not actually sure what namespace hacky was in. Invalid image name. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to need to go inside of hacky s3 copy.yaml, and we're going to replace this $Google project with our actual Google project. Thankfully, it's up here in the URL, so that will work relatively easily. And Oh, okay. We're going to give it a new job name, too. We could also delete the old job name, but this way they can go and poke at it afterwards. Cool. Interesting. So let's go ahead and get those logs. Kubectl logs dash n Kubeflow. Okay, cool. So we can see here that the specified key does not exist. That is unfortunate. Let's go back and take a look at our beam me up Scotty.py. No. Key? That's the key ID. Let's look at that Docker file. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that error message. Let's go take a look again at the logs, and we can see here, oh, the specified key does not exist. This may refer to the bucket, so maybe I need to make my bucket buckets. So we're going to go ahead and here we're going to create a bucket, and we're going to take a look at the up Scotty.py, Holden demo bucket 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, I don't care about this. Okay, we've got a bucket. Maybe now it will work. That will be exciting. Edit our YAML file again. Okay. And kubectl apply that one more time. There we go. Cool. Running. Completed. Lovely. So it completed without any error messages. That's great, and that means that most likely our thing has been uploaded. So that's very exciting, and I'm quite happy. So now we can go ahead and create a Kubernetes cluster on IBM. That being said, we're probably not going to do it this way. Instead, we're going to use some special magic. And I am like 90% sure that it's in my email here. It might not be. No. Okay, it may be actually just in my Google email, which I'll forward over. Because we've got some specific instructions to get free pre-provisioned clusters, which is really convenient because cluster provisioning can take a while sometimes, especially if we're all doing it in the same region, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and find that whatever it's called, IBM Cloud. Okay, yeah, here we go. So I'm going to forward this to my personal email, and then we're going to go, or I guess I can just, well, I do want to forward this to my personal email as well. In the meantime, I can just type this stuff in, I think. So we're going to go over to strata-kubeflow.mybluemix.net. Now, once you get a cluster assigned to you, please do not ask for a second one. Here's our key. You will be able to get it in the class. It will be up on a slide. Type in your IBM ID. Okay, and we agree to the terms and conditions. No, that's not actually changing my password. That's just a lab key. And this can take a few minutes to get this provisioned. Or really, I believe the cluster is pre-provisioned and it's just being assigned to my account. And I guess we'll just sit and wait for this to happen. That'll be cool. We'll sit and wait. So I guess, yeah, I'm just going to cut here, and I'll cut back in once it's provisioned. So I'm just going to... Okay, and excitingly, almost as quickly as I said I was going to cut out, it finished provisioning that cluster. So we've got this cluster now, and I'm going to want to do something with it. We're going to want to serve with it. Not entirely sure how to do this. Log into Bluemix, and then we're going to go into our GCP Cloud Shell. So we're going to go to, I think region US South. Yeah. Cool. That looks good, I guess. And then IBM Chaos clusters. So do I have any clusters, or do I need to do something fancy with the IBM login? So let me go and see. This might be covered in the training guide. So we're going to go back to the training guide over here. And actually, Trevor should answer this question for me in just a minute, because it is not okay, cool. I'm going to do this via screen share, and then I will be right back. Okay, so it turns out it was documented. So I'm going to go ahead. What we do is we do IBM Cloud Login. We use our username and password thing. And this time it asks us which account we want to use. So we're going to go ahead and select number 2. No. Cool. And now we're going to select US South, which is number 5. Okay, cool. And now we are logged in. So that's very exciting. I should have a cluster. Let's see that. I really hope I have a cluster. If I don't, I'm going to be slightly sad. Cool. I do have a cluster. Very, very lovely. Let's go back to this. This is the serving one. And this is a command to kick off. What's this dot? Okay. Oh, right. So we have to specify the kube config now, because we are going to be talking to IBM Cloud rather than the one we were before. Great. We are going to make a new app. We use a special API spec, and this is a long story. IBM Cloud is slightly different with their Kubernetes. Cool. CD tilde. This ks init step does not work. I don't think. Let's double check. Maybe I screwed it up. CD tilde ks init IBM serving app. Make sure a kube config is present. Okay. Kube config. That is not where my cluster is. Do I have container service? Okay, so let's go take a look. Oh, right, I need to do IBM Cloud KS cluster config, and that will bring in my cluster. Is mine called IBM Serving Demo, or was it called something else? I think it's Strata Kubeflow 01. So we're going to change this to Strata Kubeflow 01, wherever that is. Cool. That's the one we're going to change it to. Actually, export IBM cluster name equals. Cool. There we go. And we're going to go up here to this thing, and we're going to use, actually I'm just going to use tab completion. Oh, wait, fuck. That's my KF config. So we're actually going to ls tilde slash dot bluemix plugins container service container service clusters Strata Kubeflow and kube config. Okay, cool. And so we're going to export kube config to this right here. That's great. We're all configured. Now we can make our new KSONNet app, and that's going to give us this. And then we're going to go ahead and install Selden. Cool. We're going to install the package. We could do this with kfctl. I'm not entirely sure where we didn't. I suspect it's from the API spec thing. Trevor was going to add that to kfctl, but once again, that's not going to be in the current release. It's going to have to go into the next release. And then we're just going to go ks apply default. And this should apply everything. And now we're going to make image serving stuff. Image pull secret. Okay. Honestly, I'm running a little low on time. Well, let's see here. I'm going to give this another 5 minutes, and then we're just going to call it a day. Okay, so we've got our IBM serving app created. We've applied it. We can go back here, get a source to image all set up. We're just going to run through this without doing a lot of exposition on the basis that I'm running a little low on time. It's just I live a little bit of ways. It's the namespace that we're going to use. So we're going to make a namespace. I think our region should be US South. Oh, cool. Okay. We're going to make a different namespace, serving demo. Hold on. Cool. KS region. We are in US South. That's good. And we're going to do the same sort of container registry setup that we did with Google, except now we're going to get this with US. Okay, cool. now we can go ahead and build our tutorial. Cool. Exactly one name is required. Got 10. Oh, I think there is a namespace default. Create secret Docker registry service, Docker user. Ah, yes. So my token pass, that one, it did not work. IBM CR token add, description, KF tutorial. So we did an IBM CR login. And then we're going to go ahead and do token. So we're going to do this. Shouldn't be an issue. Okay. Okay. So the token is failing. We'll fix this and then we'll deal with it later. Okay, cool. So I found out what the issue is. It turns out that we have these specially provisioned clusters, which is really great. However, unfortunately, I can't create a namespace inside of the special accounts from IBM, so I can't use it for the serving side. Instead, you'd want to follow the same instructions that I just did, except using a personal cluster, the little freebie tiny personal clusters instead. I don't have time to re-record the walkthrough, but hopefully that helps you. And if not, I mean, Trevor Grant is probably the one to answer most of your questions. There will be some other IBM folks around as well to help out during the workshop.